welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Michael Johnson, aka Michael Awesomeness Videos. And today I'm talking about the season 2 premiere of Superman and Lois. So by the time I'm posting this or uploading this to YouTube, the season premiere of Superman and Lois has already come out, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. And my first thoughts: I love the episode. Superman is back in action, balancing family and being Superman. It's a balance, and from this season premiere, he's trying to, balance, still trying to balance that, family and being Superman. Being Superman, that balance. Trying to find that right balance. He's been trying to do that since, the pilot episode. And it's just gone, it's been, it's difficult at times. We've seen in season 1 and this season, spoilers if you haven't watched last season, but at the end of last season, we saw Henry's daughter from the other Earth, and Henry's and Lois's daughter from that other Earth. Natalie she's alive and she comes back, and Lois has a hard time dealing with that. So, but let's start off there. Might as well let's start off where we left off last season. And so with Lois dealing with Natalie being back, and she calls her mother. However, that's not her actual mother, because her mother from Henry, of course, had to explain to her daughter that that's not her mother from, that's not the same Lois from the other Earth, that her mom is still dead. And Lois basically just walks off, and it's like, I don't know what to say here, I don't know what to do. It's just kind of that one of those weird moments you think that would never happen, and of course it happened, and she just, throughout the episode, has a hard time dealing with that. And she basically takes out her anger on Clark and her kids, Jordan and Jonathan. And she, she's struggling to deal with that, with Natalie being back, and it's like, I don't know what to do. Don't know what to say or what to do. So, we kind of have a little bit of a time jump, and Natalie's starting her first day of school in Metropolis, and Clark asks Lois if she's gonna call and reach out to her, because she still hasn't said anything. So it's like, are you gonna call or talk to her or say anything? Because she just walked off ever since she returned. So that's basically Lois's story. Eventually she does come and she talks to Clark about it, and she feels guilty because of her own mom leaving, her and her sister, and she just feels guilty. Like, how can a mom do that and not have any feelings of leaving her kids? And she got that feeling, and she realized it because she felt nothing for Natalie, because she wasn't her actual mother. However, it's kind of different with her, Lois's actual mother. She just completely left, and she just felt guilty for not saying anything. So she eventually does reach out to Natalie, and then I'll get to the ending of what happens with Lois, Natalie, and Henry. Next, let's get to what the guys are doing. Superman's sons, Jordan and Jonathan, they both are in relationships, and both are trying to come back to a sense of normalcy. I always get them mixed up. I think Jordan has one, wait. I always get them mixed up, and it's like, I don't want to get them mixed up. I'm gonna quickly look it up. Superman and Lois. Right, I always get them completely. Okay, Jonathan, and the other one is Jordan. So Jordan is the one with powers. Let's start with him and his relationship. So, okay, I don't know why I'm blanking on her name. Oh, Sarah, his relationship with Sarah, sorry. Sarah, so Sarah's been away, and I guess she went to camp, and went to be a camp counselor, and now she's back in Smallville, and, oh my god, okay, Jordan. Okay, so I keep on mixing up their names. Anyway, Jordan and Sarah. Jordan's really excited that she's back. However, Sarah, I don't know, she's kind of in a weird place. She's kind of like feeling a bit weird. I don't know. I think it's just, the effects, still dealing with what happened last season, everything that went down. So I think she's just, still reeling back, because she's like in a weird place. Because when Jordan went to visit her, she was like, he didn't even call, he just shows up, and it's like, and then also he takes her to the same place he got arrested for like a date, kind of. And she was like, I'm just not. He like used his eye laser powers to light up candles. It was so romantic, and she was like, I'm just not feeling it. And I felt so bad for him. It's like, dang, she's not even. That was like so romantic and everything. It's just, I'm just not feeling it. So that was basically, what happened between Jordan and Sarah. And then Sarah's mom is helping. She's helping the new mayor, and the new mayor campaign. She made shirts and everything, and I just think I think we should talk about how the relationship between Lila and her husband we're going through the same thing, kind of, with Clark and Lois. I love the parallel they made, when Clark was talking to Lila about his situation with Lois, and for her not really understanding, and for him not really understanding why she's so upset, and she wouldn't tell him anything, and made him look like the bad guy. And Lila and her husband, like, for her husband really not understanding her husband, why he's like angry, and she makes her look like the bad guy. I just love the parallel that, they're both going, with their people that they love. They're both going, through difficult times right now, for not really understanding, the people that the person that they care about. And their conversation, I like that conversation. They really shows like how strong a friendship Clark and Lila have, that they can like not be completely honest, because Lila still doesn't know that Clark is Superman. So he can't be completely honest, but at least he can be somewhat have that little bit of open honesty in their friendship. And it really helped them, really think about, about why they aren't understanding, like, why isn't Clark understanding Lois, and why Lila isn't understanding her husband. So, it really helped them figure things out, and that was just a really nice conversation. So, yeah, let's move on to Jonathan. Jonathan, this episode was, I think, one of my favorite moments, because he was just, Jonathan is trying to get back into football, and, he's trying to get back into some rhythm and normalcy, and, he's in a relationship too. So, he's, come back from football practice. Clark is finished, drops him off at the house, and they're just, Jonathan's upset that the coach isn't really, putting him on because his arm is better. He's all healed. He's ready to get back into it. So then Clark gets a feeling, like a Superman sense that something was wrong, and a Korean submarine was in need of help before of sinking, and so he went off to save this Korean submarine. So I'm just gonna go into that a little bit after I talk about Jonathan. So Jonathan is basically, so he left Jonathan and his girlfriend alone. So it's like, you're like, when she's like, how long is he gonna be, how far away is Clark gonna be gone? It's like, okay. Yeah, his girlfriend doesn't know that his father is Superman, so, but like, she was like, how long is it gonna be gone? And I knew that something was gonna happen. Like, we even saw it in the season 2 trailer that they were gonna try and hook up, because like, oh, now parents are home, why not? And I think we all forget that, like, Jonathan and Jordan, they're just 15, so it's like, they're like, so still children, basically. And I love it. They're like, oh, we can hook up. And then I love it. Lois is like, wait, she hears something. She goes up to Jonathan's room. It's like, she sees Jonathan's like shirt off, and like the girl with her shirt off. It's like, oh no, that's not happening here. No, that's not happening here. She calls him. It's like, no, downstairs right now. We need to talk. So Lois, is pissed off that Clark went off and just left his 15-year-old son alone with his girlfriend, and basically like she was like, WTF, like really? And let's now getting back to Superman. He's trying to save this North Korean submarine from sinking, and trying to save all these people, but he's having trouble. He's, like these Superman, I'd call them Superman headaches, because I have no idea. Something's like wrong. It's preventing him from using his powers and messing with his head. So he has a little bit of trouble saving the submarine, but at the end he ends up saving the submarine. However, I do not like Lieutenant Anderson. He's like, you're not like, this is like, I do not agree with him. It's like, he wants Superman to be working for him 24/7, but knowing that he has other responsibilities, and it's like, he can't be on your radar, like, always like on like page 24/7. It's like, can't, like, Superman has other responsibilities. You can't just have them and only to be yours. And he's like, you don't have, your allegiance isn't really to us, because like you're not fully, bind with the military and not following like these rules. It's like, come on, he's Superman. He has other responsibilities, and he has to save other people. Like, you can't be just for the military. That's a little bit unfair. So I just don't like Lieutenant Anderson. I'll get more into him later. Now moving on to the next characters is just gonna move on to Henry and Natalie. Henry and Natalie, she's starting her first day of school in Metropolis, and she's, she just feels out of place, and, he's from a different Earth that got destroyed, and there's only one from that Earth, and she going to the same school that she went to on that Earth, and she sees her same friends, but they don't know who she is at all. So, and she knows who her friends are, but they don't know, because she's from another Earth that's completely destroyed. And I just feel so awful for her because, she feels completely, I think she feels a little bit alone, and only person she knows is her dad, and Lois, her mom from that other Earth. This is a different Lois, so she can't really connect with her. She feels, and she's just a little bit, upset and I think jealous that this Lois has another family. She seems to be much happier. So she wished, she basically said that she wished that, she died and never, was able to come back at all, which is like completely awful. So that was Henry and Natalie story, and he called Lois to reach out and help, and Lois was also going through trying to start back her newspaper business again in Smallville, and she needs help building it back up after last season. Not getting a lot of good people that are qualified to run the newspaper, and they need people badly. So Lois is dealing with that. She's dealing with a lot, and and also dealing with her teenage sons, and having to talk to Jonathan about unprotected sex, and it's like, really? Only 15. I completely forgot about that until the parents mentioned their age. So when Clark came back, she was basically screaming at Clark for how could you do that? And I kind of understand it. When she brought up, do you want to be grandparents 9 months from now? It's for real. So I basically was on Lois's side, honestly, because Lois did have a point. It's and then Clark did bring up, but that messaging thing you have for me, it's only for emergencies. Yeah, I think, but this is technically it was a family emergency. So I still was on her side, because that can't be allowed. They're only 15. You can't leave him alone with a girl. It's that can't happen. And he was it makes sense why she was angry and all that, and that's what led him to have a conversation with Lila, which made him at the end of the episode have a conversation with Jordan and Jonathan about, since they're now in relationships and they're 15, of course they're gonna, have those urges and have the sex talk, of course. So this episode was more trying to, definitely an episode where we saw, Superman trying to definitely balance that family and being Superman lifestyle. And, we got that earthquake, which really was interesting. And when Superman went to save the people at the, I think in the mines, I just love that action scene though, when he was running those explosions. I always love those scenes in this show, because it kind of makes you feel you're watching a movie, kind of. Anyway, he sees two other people there with powers, and it's wait, what? That makes no sense. And then he learns that Lieutenant Anderson has gifted people, and that he made a similar symbol with the crest. So it's he has gifted people with kind of similar abilities, and of course he copied the crest to make it more Superman super-like, and it's that's a family crest. He doesn't know the meaning of that, and you can't replace Superman just because you can't have him on 24/7, and you can't replace him. And you can't replace them, of course, with these fake, I call them fake, super ability people. But these gifted people, it's okay. I already think he's going to become a villain already. I already have him. And so, let's get to the end of the episode. Henry Henry, Natalie, and Lois, they talk. Lois has her heart-to-heart with Natalie. They've finally come to terms, and Lois decides for them to have them move into the barn and be in Smallville for a while so they can, adjust to life a little bit more slowly and better and get to know them, because they kind of basically are technically family, kind of, so why not? I think it's going to be interesting. And then at the end of the episode, Clark did get like a super sense or something, like something's up. And then at the end, we see something crawling out of the ground. A hand pops up. Oh, it is. I did read something. I'll probably do a video. I'll probably talk about it in my next Superman episode, season 2, episode 2, about who popped up. I think it's Doomsday, the villain Doomsday. I think that's going to be our main villain for this season. So that could be, which makes things definitely interesting. So I have to read more about that villain. However, I think I'm happy we're back in Smallville. And I'm interested to see how, what happens this season. I think the possibilities with the show, what could happen, we're in for a lot of surprises, I think. So, I love the show. So please like and subscribe for more of my videos and reviews on. I do reviews on all different types of shows. So I'm talk about Euphoria. So just like and subscribe so you can always stay updated on my TV and movie reviews. Until then, see you later.